Hello, you beautiful souls. Happy new moon, total eclipse in Sagittarius. So before I go over my rituals for the new moon, or really any moon phase, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the energies of this special eclipse portal. Well, first of all, it's a total solar eclipse and it's a new moon, meaning that this energy is like 5, maybe even 10 times the power of a regular new moon, and it's in the sign of Sagittarius. So if you know how to read your natal chart, I would look at where Sagittarius is in your chart. I use whole sign houses, so mine happens to be in my first house because I'm a Sagittarius rising. So basically for me, I am really letting go, really releasing, because it's in the south node, which I'll talk about in a second. Any ideas, any beliefs that I might have had about myself that are just no longer serving me anymore. Now, why these eclipses are so powerful is because it's in the nodal axis of Sagittarius and Gemini. We just had a full moon eclipse in Gemini on November 30th, which kind of started this eclipse season, and that was in the north node. Gemini was in the north node of where the collective is moving towards, and this one is the south node in Sagittarius. And in Vedic astrology, the south node is Ketu and the north node is Rahu. I love Vedic astrology as well. It's super powerful system. But for our purposes here, the south node is really karmic releases. As a collective, we're releasing old beliefs, old systems of beliefs and thought patterns that are not serving us anymore as a collective. We are making room and making space for new ideas, new ways of thinking, but also Gemini is the sign. If you know any Geminis and you know that energy, Geminis are super curious. They ask lots of questions, they're super communicative, they're social butterflies, and it's a very fast moving energy. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the fastest moving planet. Sagittarius obviously is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. Jupiter is the teacher, it's higher learning, it is about spirituality, religion, of law, justice. Jupiter also represents expansion and luck. I do my Jupiter Thursdays, Day of Expansions, every Thursday, which will be coming back, I promise. So it really is like the south node being on this new moon eclipse really signifies to me that we are letting go, releasing of what no longer serves us, and really looking towards the north node in Gemini of new ideas. And with that being said, I did pull some cards for us because this is one of my favorite new moon, full moon rituals, is to pull oracle and tarot cards to do divination. And I can't make this shit up. I pulled the Hangman, which any of you know is the ultimate card. I think it goes this way. This is the Wild Unknown card, or tarot cards by Kim Krans. I love this series. But this is the card, this is the energy of the ultimate letting go. I mean, if you look at this bat right here, its wings are tucked in, he's just hanging out, you know, just like, nope, I'm just gonna surrender to whatever is happening, I'm just gonna let go, I'm gonna sacrifice. And then this oracle card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck is reaching your destination. It says, your light is shining brightly. I cannot make this shit up. Okay. Where we want to go in our lives individually and collectively, we're going to have to learn how to let go of stuff that no longer serves us. And eclipses is, if you think about that word, it's being eclipsed out, it's being removed from your life, whether that's your beliefs from your mind, which, you know, Sagittarius and Gemini are all about the higher mind. Gemini is, you know, new thoughts. It's learning at a very elementary level. and from your body, like any emotions, any stagnant energies that are stuck in your body, but also behaviors that just no longer serve you. Mind, body, and soul, complete eclipsed out, complete release, so you could reach the destination of what you truly want. Now, there's many spiritual people and teachers and I would say new age metaphysical people who are saying that this portal of these eclipses is bringing a lot of solar flares onto Earth, because at the south node where Sagittarius is the galactic center at 27 degrees of Sagittarius, and I believe it's 27 degrees. And what that means, the galactic center is where our universe was birthed. It's the birth canal of our entire universe. So we are almost like returning back to where we started, and we're having fresh new energies come in. And how that is manifested into the collective is just lots of fast moving energies, time moving very quickly. I mean, but what is time anyway, right? And that's something that we're going to talk about too. But where have you always wanted to go in your life? And I mean not just like physically, but mentally, emotionally. What have you always wanted to do in your life that you just felt held back by dogma, by your religion, by beliefs of your parents or your culture or society, right? Like, look at this path up to this bubble of this castle, which almost seems like a dream, like almost hard to get, right? How do we get there? We let go of whatever is holding us back. We just simply let go. And what I have been doing recently, which is so unlike me, is I've been taking so many naps. I've been just letting go, releasing in the ocean, and it's been so cathartic, so healing for me, because, you know, when my mind is going crazy, when my mind is like going through all of these scenarios, the thing that I know how to do the most is just to release, just to surrender to whatever it is coming. Because if I know anything in life, is that it's going to happen for my highest good. And I know that's hard for some of us to realize, but it always works out that way. And I know 2020 has been such a hard time for a lot of you. It's been challenging for me in my own ways, which I've shared many times on my platforms, but I can finally say midway through December that it was all worth it, because where I am mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically is like an up level, was like an initiation into a higher level and higher expression of myself that I don't know if I would ever have really allowed myself to go through if I had willingly signed up for it, knowing consciously that this would be what I would be signing up for. And I don't know what it is about humans, but we really have to be challenged to change. So this new moon total solar eclipse in Sagittarius, which is happening on Monday, December 14th, I believe at 11 something-ish a.m. Eastern time. It is the portal for the next 3 and then 6 months of 2021. So just look out for what is released from your life, observe it, allow it, surrender, try to embody as much as you can of this hangman energy. And it's not necessarily the best time to take action right away, but on new moons we always make intentions, right? We always set intentions for what we want to achieve, what we want to accomplish, what we want to call into our physical 3D reality. So I'm going to show you my altar, which is right here. I'm currently in Tulum, Mexico, as many of you know, and this is my makeshift altar here in Tulum while I'm traveling. And I like to do this wherever I go, just to anchor down my space and for me to sit in meditation every morning right when I wake up to start my day. So I got some local Mexican copal burning right there, feathers I found. That candle is the Virgin of Guadalupe, which I got in the supermarket here right before the hurricane. Today is actually December 12th, which is when they celebrate the Virgin of Guadalupe here in Mexico. Local coral stones and rocks that I found on the beach, my own crystals, my Lemurian crystals, my local New York quartz, some flowers, dahlia flowers, local dahlia flowers from Mexico, and then this glass of water, which we're going to be using for this new moon. So, how I like to start my moon rituals, especially for this new moon total solar eclipse, I definitely look at what time it is on, and for this particular new moon on Monday, the best time to start your rituals are actually after 5 p.m. Eastern time. I think more like 6 p.m. Eastern time, because of something that's happening called the moon is going void of course, which I won't get into here, but you could Google it, you could look it up. But you know, anytime, you can even start this the day before or the day after. I believe that this energy is so powerful that it's going to last a couple days. And you know, once you set an intention, once you start your ritual, this isn't like a set it and forget it kind of thing. You really have to embody these energies and just observe how it all unfolds for the next 30 days, for the next moon cycle, for the next 3 months, 6 months, year. So what I like to do, obviously you saw I have a candle, I have some copal burning. I like to use some kind of fire to ignite the fire element, and since it's a new moon in Sagittarius, which is a fire sign, I like that behind me. I like to incorporate some natural elements like the dahlia flowers that are local here in Mexico, some crystals, and some local coral and rocks and feathers that I found here. Any kind of crystals, like I have aventurine, which is of abundance, and this is local Ellenville quartz, which I like to use clear quartz just to amplify all the energies. So first, I really set the altar, I set the scene, I play some nice music. Ho'oponopono, which is a traditional ancient Hawaiian forgiveness song, which I love to do on these types of release or intention setting days. So in my journal here, I love tracking my intentions and what I release on every moon phase. I already wrote down my intentions and the things that I'm ready to release and the things that I'm ready to call in. Because when you release something, you're automatically going to call something in because you're creating space for it. It's one of those like universal laws. So one thing that I'm ready to release and I'm ready to let go of, this idea of myself, any ego identifications that I've subscribed to that no longer serve me. Again, this eclipse is happening in my first house, so the first house is all about self. If you want to look up what house or what area of your life this eclipse is happening, you can go on to astro.com, you can get your free chart there, or you can go to an astrologer. I have many astrologer friends that I'll link below. But yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the most challenging eclipse seasons that I've personally felt, because I really had to examine what I've been told to believe my entire life. So 38 years of believing things that I really had to question, were they true? And allowing myself to look at each thought and ask myself, am I going to accept or reject this? Because as we all know, in psychology, in self-growth, or any kind of system to help you grow, you have thoughts in your mind, and these thoughts that have repeated over time from your past become beliefs. And your beliefs and your perceptions in your life create electrical charges in your body, which create emotions. Emotions are energy in motion. Now, based on these emotions, you act in a certain way. And everything in life is either you acted out of fear or love. And that creates your reality. So if you want to create another reality, if you want to live in a different reality, you literally have to change your vibration. The universe only responds to vibration because we live in a vibrational universe. It's basically every law of the universe is based on energy, frequency, and vibration. So there's all kinds of like manifestation techniques and law of attraction and all this stuff, right? I don't even really like to use that word manifestation, but that's a word that everybody has subscribed to and understands that that means becoming or getting something that they desire. And I don't like that word getting because it automatically makes you feel like you have to do something or you have to, you know, like do something or take action, which is true. We have to take action. That's how we build the bridge in this human 3D physical reality. But you have to understand that at our core, we are creators. We're emanations of the creator, of the universe, of God. We have that power within. So I like to think of it more in the quantum field, more in the 3D and the 5D. The 3D reality is this physical reality that we live in. And we chose this reality because we're human. But we also are 5-dimensional. We have these higher faculties of intuition, of perception, right? So in the 5D, the only things that are real is love, abundance. So in order for us to create a new reality for ourselves, we have to move beyond the 3D physical reality of what we see with our physical senses and move to the 5 dimension, which is all through vibration, is all through feeling. In the quantum field, in quantum physics, we know that all realities exist in the here and now. And the sages and gurus of the past say, live in the present moment. The present moment is the only thing that's real. There's a reason for that. It's because the only thing that is real is now. There is no such thing as time, actually, because time is a human construct for us to understand, for us to make sense of this world. Because if we didn't have linear time, past, present, and future, it'd be very hard for us as humans to understand that. But in reality, there is no such thing as time. So you could literally pick which reality you want to live in at this moment. And you quantum leap into that reality by every decision you make. You change the course of your reality. So let me give you an example. This is present day Laura. I'm 38 years old, which, I mean, I don't know if I could change that necessarily, but I'm currently in Tulum, Mexico, and I am here making this video. Now, if I wanted to change my reality by attracting $1 million and attracting the love of my life, I would think about that version of myself. I would visualize that version of myself. I would feel that feeling of how that feels in my physical body, like it's happening right now. Because again, we live in a vibrational universe. The universe only responds to our vibration. Our vibration. And the ways in which we close the gap is through action. By the decisions we make, and those decisions we make and the thoughts that we think activate an emotion within us, and then we take action as if we are that person already. And because, like I said, these solar flares and the galactic center and all the energies moving very quickly, you can literally think a thought and it be manifested. And it's been happening to me here in Tulum, which is freaking wild and amazing. And it's so cool to actually study these things and put it into practice and experiment, and it really coming true. So in addition to all the things that I'm releasing, I've also written down the new reality I want to currently live in, what that version of me would be feeling like, thinking like, doing. Okay, and I write it down because for me, writing really solidifies what I'm intending, but it also helps me to read it out loud every morning, see it on paper. And I saw this on TikTok, but spelling is literally creating a spell for what you want, which I think is pretty cool. So after that, I take this cup of water. Now, water, if you know Dr. Emoto's studies of water consciousness, water literally starts every life form. If you think about it, we lived in our mother's womb for 9 months at the beginning of our lives, which was made of water. This entire planet is 75% water, and so are we. The moon, which is what we're, you know, calling in or releasing, it has the power, she has the power to move the waves of this ocean. So water is a conductor for energy. You know, as a Reiki healer, whenever we do a lot of healing, whenever we do a lot of energy work, we always drink tons and tons of water because it helps conduct energy, it helps us flow our chi around our body, and it's super detoxifying and it purifies our body. So whatever you want to call in, whatever your intentions are, you can program your water and then drink it so that you literally ingest the molecular structure of your intentions. But water's molecular structure can be changed by your intentions. That's Dr. Emoto's studies on water. If you want to practice with me, you can grab a cup of water. And we do this in Reiki too. We bless our water before we drink it. So grab your cup of water with both hands. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale. And just feel those feelings of your desired state. And you can even talk to your water. You can talk to your water your intentions. Okay, and now drink your water. Now I also like to write down the things that I want to release, and I burn them if you have a way to burn them. It's also a very cathartic thing to do. I do that all the time. So now I like to close with singing a song, and I love this because it's almost like a medicine song. This is one of my favorite ones. I release control. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. So I hope that gave you a little bit more clarity on this new moon total solar eclipse in Sagittarius and my personal practices for this big portal that's happening. And I really hope that you join us in our weekly moon circles. We talk about the cosmic energies, how to move through them, but most importantly, meet heart-minded souls who are all going through their spiritual journey, and we really do have a lot of fun together. So thank you so much for watching, and talk to you soon. Bye!